Alrighty, it is time for Duelist Kingdom action, and in this one, Ishizu is taking on Mokuba. It's early in round 13. Let's check where Ishizu and the younger Kaiba brother are on the table. Ishizu is first, and Mokuba is 15th. So you would probably go advantage Ishizu. But this, you never know what can happen in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mokuba has got a couple of good wins earlier in this tournament. Okay, Ishizu has 5 cards in hand. She has Keldo, she has Jin the Watcher of the Wind, 7 Tools of the Bandit, she has a Neo Aqua Medor, and an Hourglass of Life. So Mokuba started out, he went with a face down defense and a face down spell or trap. There's Binding Chain. And Ishizu has started off with Keldo in defense mode, 1600. If she can get Neo Aqua Medor to the field, she can have a 3000 defense tank, which would be very difficult for Mokuba to get through. He's just tributed his face down defense. Oh, and Giga Gaga Gigo, 2450. And that is a massive start for Mokuba, who has just destroyed Keldo. So there's not 2 monsters in the graveyard, so Keldo won't activate. Or won't be able to activate its effect. There's Muko. And another face down for Ishizu, this time Hourglass of Life. Maybe building up for a hopeful draw of a Mudora. It is always possible. And Crocodilus comes to the field for Mokuba, one of the cards he used in his anime match with Yugi. Mind you, it only lasted, I think, maybe 2 turns, but Crocodilus was one of the monsters that Mokuba played. And 1100 off, so Mokuba takes early advantage, and Ishizu's looking a bit flat to start off here. There's, Blast held by a Tribute. Ishizu's done a lot of damage with that card in the past. And face down goes Binding Chain. Draw phase, Mokuba has 4 in hand. And Tribute. Crocodilus, you can see how this might go. The Queen of Autumn Leaves has come to the field, and Mokuba goes in for the attack with it. Ishizu is going to be able to flip up. There it is, Blast held by a Tribute. That's going to do massive damage. It's going to destroy all of Mokuba's attack position monsters and 1000 life points. And Mokuba has lost Trihorn Dragon. The one of the most sought after cards from the Legend of Blue Eyes booster pack was the Trihorn Dragon. And now Jin the Watcher of the Wind has come to the field. And Ishizu has flipped up Binding Chain. So they will combine for a 1700. Put Mokuba down to 5300. And just like that, with 1 card, it is now flipped in the favor of Ishizu. Mokuba looked like he was going for a very quick first turn win, or first match win. Okay, standby phase, and a Living Vase has come to the field. It's a vase, and it's alive. Therefore, it is the Living Vase. It's only 900 attack, but it did get rid of Jin the Watcher of the Wind. There's Kelbeck. It's 1500. Good effect as well. If it's attacked, the enemy monster will go back to hand if it's not destroyed, of course. Oh, have a look at that. Binding Chain went in for the attack. Ishizu does have 7 Tools of the Bandit if she wants it, and she activates it, so that will stop Mask of Weakness. It would have destroyed Binding Chain. Ishizu didn't have to play it, but it means that she does have a spare monster on the field in case Mokuba does get something to the field. Ishizu can summon Neo Aqua Medor and perhaps counter any attacks that Mokuba might be ready to throw. Turn change. We're back to Mokuba. He's got 4 cards in hand. Can he get past? Here, he's just summoned Fairy Dragon. and has played a face down spell or trap. And goes after Binding Chain. 100 points off of Ishizu. She's down to 5,600. Still 3,700 for Mokuba. He's behind here. Ishizu draws Spell Reproduction. And Ishizu goes in for the attack with Kelbeck and negate attack by Mokuba. Okay, so Mokuba protects Fairy Dragon. He's got something to tribute. I think all of his tribute summons would be able to get over 1,500. And no, he's gone with the defense and puts Fairy Dragon to defense mode as well. Ishizu will look to take advantage. She draws Necrolancer the Time Lord. And Ishizu summons it in attack mode. And goes after Fairy Dragon with Kelbeck. And wow, attacks with Necrolancer, it's a risk. Oh, it's a Dream Sprite. It was a risk, but it has paid off for Ishizu. Mokuba is down to 0 monsters. And this could be a first turn win for Ishizu very, very soon if Mokuba can't get back into this. 1,500 or more Mokuba, who plays... Oh, Armored Lizard. Okay, we might have something here. Necrolancer the Time Lord is destroyed. Ishizu is down to 4,900. And she absolutely needs a good draw. Oh, she's got Mudora. That is a phenomenal draw for Ishizu. Mudora is at 2,100. 600 off Mokuba. Be another 15 with Kelbeck, so he'll be down to 1,600 and now in striking range of picking up a loss in the first match. Turn change back to Mokuba, who has one more draw. He's got 3 in hand. But with what he needs here, it's unlikely. There's block attack on Mudora. And Rainbow Flower comes to the field. Mokuba may be out of moves. Mokuba does have an 1850. If he had, it's Gagagigo. If he had Gagagigo and he destroyed Mudora then, oh, that would have been quite a play, but it was not to be. There's Giant Soldier of Stone, which comes to the field. It may be all over. Mudora to attack mode. And this will do it, unless Mokuba can block with anything, but he doesn't. Ishizu has won the first match. She is up 1-0. That was a good win for Ishizu. She fought for it. Mokuba made her earn it, but there's still 2 matches left. Mokuba can still get back into this. Alright, let's start with comments. Skeller Goblin, this was from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memory short, but I'll call it out anyway, says, decks feel so good once you start chaining 2,400 plus power monsters. When you fuse them together and you end up with a twin-headed Thunder Dragon, you know you're in for a good match if it's in for the earlier duels, or the earlier opponents. Christian Escalia says, about fast food pricing, you should consider taxation increase and inflation rate. That might explain why that used to happen here in Argentina, and usually was one or both of these things happening at the same time. Very possible. I mean, inflation has definitely been an issue in Australia as well. It was, I think there was something about house prices have increased 21% in the last 5 years or something. Okay, Agido has started off here for Ishizu. There goes Fairy Dragon. And Ishizu off to a good start. She does have offerings to the Doomed. There's Snake Yachi. And Lizard Soldier to defense mode. It's got Trihorn Dragon. Mokuba would love to get that to the field again. Couldn't get him the win in the last match, but it did do a bit of damage while it was on the field. Oh, early Mudora. Face down spell or trap from Ishizu as well. There goes Lizard Soldier, and Mokuba is vulnerable here. So he'll lose some points. He's down to 6,500. Okay, turn change. Wishing Star, again, this is from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memory short, says, Friggin' love this game. Used to play it on my PSP all the time. I was not aware that game was available on PSP, but you could probably mod it into the console easy enough. I get the feeling Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories was a pretty easy game to program. Didn't seem to be much involved in it, as the Ancient Tree of Enlightenment will actually protect Mokuba's side of the field against Ishizu's onslaught here. And draws, Gagagigo, the 1850, stalking around in Mokuba's deck. This time it's made its way to the top. We didn't see it in the last match, but there's a fantastic draw from Mokuba, who destroys Midora. And now Ishizu will be on the back foot. Alright, Ishizu has a defense. When Yugioh is destroyed, that could bring back a monster from the graveyard if Ishizu gets a dice roll and gets lucky with it. Turn change back to Mokuba, who draws Rainbow Flower. Could summon Tri-Horn Dragon, but doesn't. Instead, continues to opt for Gagagigo. And, it attacks Giant Soldier of Stone. So Mokuba gets nothing out of that attack. He lost 150 points, but 4 in hand for Ishizu. Can she get something going? She's got another face down defense. I mean, she's got Kelbeck's. Yeah, she has. Mokuba has tributed now. Ishizu does have Blast held by a tribute in her deck. Mokuba, then again, it's okay this time. He's got 7 Tools of the Bandit on the field. In for the attack with Gagagigo. There goes Binding Chain. And there goes the Giant Soldier of Stone. Mokuba looking good. Ishizu does have more life points, but Mokuba, with that Tri-Horn Dragon on the field, could do a lot of damage very quickly. And, Ishizu with a tribute. What would that be? I wonder if that might be Neo Aquamador. Another comment from Forbidden Memories. This is from Demi Henning, who does leave quite a lot of comments on the main series as well. There's Armored Lizard. But Demi Henning say, why would you play Umi and not a monster there? Referring to the AI, it was a match against Ocean Mage. The field spell mages, so Ocean Mage, Meadow Mage, Desert Mage, Mountain Mage, and Forest Mage. Is that the one I forgot? I think so. There's 5 of them, but the low mages, they will always play their field spell card very early in the match, even if they're getting attacked. Sometimes I'll still play it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is a bit of a funny game. If a card is face down on the field, the opponent will not perceive it as a threat, and they will play magic and traps. They might even set down magic and traps as well. It's like they don't perceive it as a threat. So if you play a face down card against any of those low mages, like 90% of the time they will play their field spell. They don't in story because the field spell is obviously already set, and it is Neo Aquamador that's face down. They will play. If you take off their field spell in story mode, usually they will play it to get it back. But yeah, in story they have it automatically from the start. Okay. There's another one from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories short. Emmanuel Andres Zacarias. I probably butchered that. It's in Spanish as well. The comment says, the classic 2800 saves you in every game. The legendary twin-headed Thunder Dragon is that referral. And he's legendary for a reason. As Offerings to the Doomed has targeted Neo Aquamador. Ishizu's defense is gone. And whatever she has probably isn't going to stand up to 1850. That was clever by Mokuba, in case that was a Kelbeck. You don't want a Tri-Horn Dragon going back to hand. But there's a lot of damage here. 3,600 remaining for Ishizu. She'll be down to 1,100. from the 2500 combined from Almond Lizard and Snake Yashi. So Mokuba looks likely to win second match. This is a very good turnaround win here for Mokuba. And unless Ishizu has something out of the clouds, there's Yugioh. Oh, how many fairies are in the graveyard? Oh, not enough for Midora if it got brought back with the dice roll. But maybe all but too late. Mokuba down to 5,700, but he won't mind. Not with the army that he has on his field. Card effect cannot draw from the effect of Offerings to the Doomed. This could be it. Ishizu targeted. And it is Rush recklessly from Ishizu. It might keep her in the game for a second. And no, Yugioh rolled a 5. If Yugioh rolled a 4, Ishizu could have brought back Midora there, but it was not to be. The second match is won by Mokuba. So now bonus points are off the table, but the season point up for grabs for both these players. Just Anonymous says, Tristan looked like he was in trouble in that second game. And Just Anonymous also says, can I get one chicken sandwich and a McDouble? I can get one chicken sandwich and a McDouble for like $4 in the US. Also, I love chicken, LOL. Oh, if only our McDonald's used to be $4. It's probably a reason why I think, well, it's everybody loves McDonald's at some point. I guess it's just why the prices went up. They could charge more for the same thing, or even less of the same thing. And Just Anonymous also says the barbecues for the 4th of July in the US. That's Independence Day, isn't it? 4th of July, if my American dates are correct. Whenever I think of, hey, the Bean Soldier. He's my guy. Whenever I think of Independence Day, it just reminds me of that Simpson episode where Homer and family go to the Flanders beach house, and they destroy the place. Homer lights a firework on the stove and burns half the string off. Oh, Offerings to the Doomed. Great move by Mokuba to protect the Bean Soldier. And throws the fireworks in the fridge and then goes, the beer, and then throws it in the dishwasher, blows it up, and then black sludge comes out and he just walks off. Classic Homer Simpson style. Marcus Wilburn says, Horn of Heaven was a game changer at least twice, if it actually did what is printed. It is a bit of a weird worded card, I will admit that. As Bean Soldier and Snake Yashi in for the attack. It'll be a huge upset if Mokuba wins because Ishizu is first. Oh, there's Blast held by a Tribute. I mean, she's got Yugioh as well. So 1,500. And Mokuba got some life point damage though. Yugioh goes after the Bean Soldier. Wabaku comes in to save the Bean Soldier. That is the best possible move that Mokuba could make. Protect Bean Soldier at all costs. He is the MVP. Well, he's my MVP. I used to fuse Warrior and Plants all the time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I used to make Bean Soldier so much. Same with Minamushi Warrior as well. Alright, 3 on defense from Mokuba. Mystical Space Typhoon hits Mokuba's face down. It was Magic Jammer. Ishizu plays into the void and draws. Oh, Neo Aquamador. That's not ideal. Ishizu's not going to want to sacrifice Yugioh. Well, Neo Aquamador is going to go to the graveyard. Ishizu may not have needed to play that, but if she wanted to draw another card just to try and capitalize the advantage that she currently has. Okay, Moonwolfie says, seeing this matchup, I would have to put my money on Alexis. Man, I was rooting for my girl, Alexis. That was for the Alexis and Tristan match. And Moonwolfie says, no bonus point, but Yugi gets the season point. Would definitely call this an upset because of their ranking. Yes, Yugi topped off Cyrus. I think it was Cyrus was 3rd and Yugi was 24th or something like that, and Yugi managed to get a win. He's coming. He is absolutely rocketing his way up the table because he was dead last for like the first 5 weeks. Complete season turnaround as Armored Lizard comes to the hand from the effect of Sangan. Alright, turn change from Mokuba. We know he's got Armored Lizard. And he throws it face up and attack. Look at that, goes after Kelbeck. So they'll destroy themselves. But it also means that Mokuba can get Kelbeck off the field. D. Ditami, is that how I say that? Or Ditami? Says, yes, McDonald's has gotten stupid expensive. 100% agree. KFC as well. Like, 10 nuggets and a large chips is like $18 or something. Crazy. So I stopped eating it. Alright, Buku under attack from the Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress. Part of one of Mokuba's fusions, I think. That is. Moonwolfie says, love it, go beat Kaiba. He always needs his ego brought down a few pegs. Losing to the likes of Yugi and any of his friends and Merrick just to send him into a meltdown. And Mist Valley Watcher comes to the field and now attacked by Ishizu and Mokuba down to 6,400. There were some cards mentioned for improving Ishizu's deck. She is first, so she doesn't really need them. But we're thinking round 16, midpoint of the tournament, we'll do a big shake-up. We'll add some cards, we'll remove some cards, we'll change things up in some decks. Give it a big shake-up to refreshen it at the halfway point so we can go into the second half of this season tournament with a something new. Alright, 15 and 15 and 12 is 4,200 altogether. If Mokuba can't block, he'll be down to 2,200 life points. Ishizu does have Cosmo Queen there as well. It looks like it's going to be a victory to Ishizu unless Mokuba draws something. I don't think he really has anything that can stand up to this. Well, he can beat 1500s, but he can't beat Cosmo Queen. Moonwolfie also said, bull sharks have specific glands that let them live in fresh water like rivers and in salt water. It's what makes them one of the most dangerous sharks to humans with tiger and great white. I like sharks. Shark Week is one of my favourite weeks of the year. I wanted to be a marine biologist growing up, so I read and watched a lot of shark stuff. I reckon sharks are very misunderstood creatures, as Cosmo Queen goes in for the attack, and Mask of Weakness will bring Cosmo Queen down to 2,200 to match Mokuba's life points. And there are more comments, but I might get through them in the next match. As this match has come to an end, Ishizu has won 2-1 and has knocked off a gutsy performance from Mokuba. He didn't get the win, but he fought with everything he had there, Mokuba, and so did the Bean Soldier. Another valiant effort from my guy. The next match is the Big Five going up against Bandit Keith. And I don't anticipate that match being too long. None of Bandit Keith's matches ever are. Anyway, that's all from me from this one. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.